those days, technically, Negro vegetarians, about 4 or 5 in the United States probably. Right? Okay, so they didn't know, they was looking at me like, all my friends, they just had the silliest look, like, what do you do? Well, I go to work. I run in the hills and lift weights, and I do stuff like that. That's what you do. And so, what strategy would we use now? Strategic openness, going all the way with everybody. So I'm going to ask my friend, and the reason I'm saying it because you can tell when they call that they done heard something of the sort. They will hear today that when I come back, I'm going to ask those direct questions. I'll also ask like simple things like in the 80s and 90s, that false arrests when you supposedly went to Colombia and came back through Costa Rica and went to jail down there, and you were supposedly in Reforma, and you came back weighing about this much. I know that was false. You was trying to prove to me, the government and you, that you wasn't who you was. And I said, who you was? Well, good God Almighty. Now, you can imagine if we're smuggling all of that cocaine, and nobody goes to jail but me. Never. I mean, even back before that. Can you imagine? Only the leader goes to jail. Only me. That's why the silly people that call on the thing, you was doing this and doing that. Well, dummy, go find the people that I put in jail then, nigga. This is insanity. And everybody in Oakland knows that. Can you imagine? I'm the only one who go to jail. So out of all the people that was going down to Colombia, none of the runners, none of the arrangers, none of the customers, nobody went to jail. And when I asked about the little New Orleans looking girl that was my assistant at that time, because remember, I'm down there and I can't, so I was fortunate, and then I know who sent her too now, because you wait 50 years, you find out, oh yeah, that's who sent you down there. Yeah, it's wonderful. Because see, people think we do this, and it's hidden for a year, sometime 10 years. Sometime, just like this, I was talking to my partners last year. Yeah, I know so-and-so. I said, that's right. Now I know, it's what I'm saying to myself. Now I know who, because I would ask, hey, man, the little girl stopped coming down, and she said her father said to stop coming down there. Of course, we was young, and the young girl would be young enough that her father, she's in her early 20s, to say, you can't do this, that, or another. But that's not what happened. Not what happened at all. And why, in this modern times, wouldn't they want me to see that girl? And why would someone say, well, she's fat and everything now? Good God Almighty. People know too much about what they don't supposed to know nothing about. How would they have seen? Who told them? Well, when I went to California, I told my partner, I said, yeah, man, whatever to so-and-so, I wanted to holler at her, I wanted to talk to her, and da-da-da-da-da. And nothing came up. So I was just telling my partner, I say, yeah, well, I'm telling him now. I said, I don't think that was real, because by the time I'm a Muslim in the Masjid and in the 80s, he goes down and gets a case down there. But he gets a case to prove, that he's all right, that he didn't, that what, forget about, see, my goal at that time, I fulfilled my goal. But I got lucky. They were supposed to make a big delivery of money, and I was supposed to take it back to Africa. Well, I went to Africa with what I had, which was a nice little piece of money. But when I went through France, it says that you have to fill out if you're taking money from here to there. And I thought it was just like the U.S. I didn't fill it out. It just so happens they happened to pat me down, and I had to pay 10%. They still got it over there now. That's probably how they rebuild a church, Notre Dame, with what they took from me. No, I'm telling you, look. So if I would have taken what I was going to take, see, you got to remember in Africa and the people that we have, you can tell kind of the relationship with the people that this is an important thing. You know what I mean? If they developed a center, they might have had some help to develop. You don't ever know. But anyway, this move to isolate, and I'm not saying who's the only real one, but out of them, looking at all of them, it don't look too good. Oh no, it don't look no good at all. It looks like it's all one big setup, and they have arranged all of their people in a certain way. That's what it looks like. It looks exactly like that. And it don't look like it just started last week or last year. It's been going on from day one. But here's what I want to say. Everything they have done in relation to me has been a benefit. Everything. You know, I'm not dealing dope. I'm going to work. I've been enjoying work. I tell the whole crew that's on the thing, I'm feeding the machine, and the boxes come off and stack them, you know, go around the thing. I'm telling y'all, take a break. And I feed the machine, I go check the glue lap, and then I go and stack them with a sweatshirt on. I was 20 years old, so you just, you know, and it's running. They come back. Yeah, man. That's all right. I said, yeah. Well, I was getting a workout. I like to do that. So I didn't mind working. And after getting paid $1.50 a day for most of my life, shoot, after I was getting, what was we getting in? Maybe $3 an hour. $3 an hour? Shoot. Taking home $100 a week? Man, forget all that. You know. Hey, man, I was in heaven. You know, okay. But you have to look at it like this. Those people had never seen a lot of those things that was happening, and they wanted to divert me by getting me to sell dope. And I'm telling you, Jesse Lee and George Cooper gave me, because there's no statute of limitation, that's a long time ago, they borrowed $200 from me. And then they gave me my $200 back, and they gave me $500 worth of marijuana in plastic bags, and they gave me, it was fat, extra from what everybody else. One thing you get $10, one matchbox is $5 of weed. 3 matchboxes was $10, and they gave me matchboxes with 4 or 5. They was just stuffing it in there, in the $10 bags. So I sold them right away. I said, well, what am I doing with this? So I just went around to everybody I know I had sold them. I mean, pop, just like that. Imagine in 2 or 3 days or less than a week, you bring home $500 a week, but now you done sold them, and you got $500, like $5 million or something like that, right in your hand. What? So I went by my partner's house. Well, y'all got any more of them, what's his name? Any more of that No, we ain't got it. So I had to hook up with my partner down, and I sent you some pictures. The pictures we sent to L.A., yeah, those are pictures of my friend down in L.A. And we go down there, and he would hook me up. And we got rich. I mean, real rich. Nobody had ever got rich on marijuana in Oakland. But then, when I retired for a while and the white folks want to bring you out of retirement, no other Negro connections, white boys with crates of real packaged, what the Negroes were selling me for a kilo was probably about 1.5 pounds. But a kilo is 2.2 pounds. And the kilos was $55 from the white boys, and this big and this high. And I just went to crazy, just bring me all, I don't want to tell it, but anyway, like if you got a convertible and you got all the car filled up in the trunk and everything, and in those days, so there's no more room. One shipment I bought in Berkeley, and I had to get back to Oakland with it. Shoot. I just let the top back zzz, and put it all in the car, and then let the top back up. Then a white boy went and picked up a shipment one time. I couldn't get it all out of the crate to get it in the car, so I just let your top back, I guess that's it. And then he closed the top back up, and a white boy driving down the street in a Cadillac with a big crate this long and several trips. It just happened. No, it jumped off. But remember, what we're using now, strategic openness. So this is well thought out. Strategic openness means, what are you going to use? What strategy? Everything has been tried except openness. Word for word truth. That's what we're doing this period. So I hope nobody's ever shocked if we just sit down and start talking about correct truths, things that have been observed and where we want to go. Because see, people believe in that white man. They believe him today. People believe it. They believe that no matter what the news say, he ain't going nowhere. He gonna be here. They cut kids in these colleges, and they think they're gonna get a good education and they're gonna be higher and smarter than me. You can't prove that. Boss man. And I know from my family. I'm telling you, I know this from everything that happens. I know that my grandson is not dead. I'm almost certain of it. Because nobody acted enough like he was dead. And they buried him quick before I could get out there. Because I said, just let me know if it's going to be tomorrow or the day after, so I can get on out there. He was buried right away. And whether it's a witness protection program, they can give a Negro a little beeper and put one on me or in my car. And if I get within 100 miles of that person, they tell him going over that way. Because the beeper will get louder and louder, he's getting closer and closer. Whatever they do, that's old time stuff. But now they got all kind of, it'll just show up on the screen or on your phone. Move it on out, brother. Go west for 50 miles and check in a hotel or something, and then come back after he passed by on the highway going wherever he's going. That's the way I feel about it, because my son kept telling me, Dad, this is what happened. I said, that's not what happened. And I got it all wrote down. I say, on that day that you're talking about, no, you did it on. I said, that's not the way it is. And I got it all wrote down. So he's trying to tell me about a different day. It wasn't in the sequence. about the phone call. They called me at a certain time and da, da, da. I said, no, them niggas called me early. They called me early in the morning. And it was still night out there. You know what I mean? And the shots that was heard going around, and everybody not even acting like he's dead. And I told my son last time I was out there, I said, I don't believe it, and I'm not putting up with it. And he said, well, so he said, well, you seem to know everything else. In other words, I agree with you, because ain't nobody acting dead if he's dead. And don't think they don't fake no deaths on nobody. If you think that, you got the wrong thing. They'll send you on out of here dead as a doornail, and you be live as Clive or somewhere, partying back. No, if you stay around here too long and you can't get out, they will arrange a routine for you that you will get out. In fact, they will arrange the routine that you're supposed to be. They'll say you got a kidney or foot trouble for 50 years. Then they don't have no extra foot for you or nothing. They'll just, this is just the way it looks to me. I don't know. Allah knows best. But they do that all the time. The policy I follow is the one, it wasn't Die Hard, but it was the same guy. He had another old CIA friend that went crazy, and he got a message that he was dead or something. He was in the funeral home, and this guy, Willis, was his name Willis? He wouldn't stick the guy with a pen to see he was dead. He just looked, because this is his friend. He said, I don't believe he's dead, which he wasn't. But if I was going out to my grandsons, I'd have took some pepper and put it under his nose and everything. So he, right? No, I'm telling you, it wouldn't, look, you can say what you want. You do this long enough, it gets good. Remember, you cannot always design the hand that you're dealt, but how you play it is totally up to you. How you play that hand is up to you. Especially when you say, I'm going to play this fair. This game is going to be fair. The game I participate in is going to be fair. And this, talking to people straight, the Iranians